One. O&A Hotels. Home away from home.
You're welcome back. Governor Gordon Obaseki says the dream of his administration is to make the state an investment hub that will guarantee the financial inclusion of all the people in the state. The governor, who stated this at the annual dinner of bankers in Benin City, is seeking their collaboration in that regard. Goodluck Anaini reports.
The presence of the governor, who is also an investment expert, means a lot to this caliber of persons who have been ardent followers of government's economic policies in the last 3 years. So, hearing from the horse's mouth will further strengthen their trust. Governor Obaseki, while explaining the state government policies in revamping the economy, says most communities have no bank and urged them to spread their tentacles so as to raise their economic power and make them financially inclusive.
For us in Edo State, we're ready. Because as a government, what we've tried to do in the last 3 years is to build the enabling environment where business can thrive. Build the infrastructure, the physical, social, and digital infrastructure. And without being immodest, I want to say that there are few cities that have made the kind of investments, or few states that have made the kind of investments we've made in our physical infrastructure over the last 3 years.
The governor also highlighted some measures taken by the state government in repositioning the health sector for better and affordable healthcare delivery. In Benin, Goodluck Anaini, NTA News.
The ESL of Benin Kingdom, Chief Sam Igbe, has called on sons and daughters of Ewo-1 in Unwode local government area to rally around their Enogi, His Royal Highness Felix Omorodio, in bringing the desired development to the area. Chief Igbe made the call at the annual get-together of all sons and daughters of Ewo-1. Ifoma Okafo has details.
The ESL of Benin described the Enogi of Ewoha, His Royal Highness Felix Omorodion, as his son and a man of high repute, with a burning desire to attract development to the area and urge the people to accord him the desired loyalty and respect so that the Enogi will be able to do as he has planned for the people. The Enogi of Ewoha expressed gratitude to His Royal Majesty Omonobanedo Ukwa Ewy II for the fatherly role. He described the presence of the ESL Benin and other palace chief present as an honor and rare privilege. His Royal Highness Omorodion prayed for the well-being, good health and progress of the people and enjoined them to always come home to invest and develop the community. The Enogi also used the opportunity to announce that widows in Ewoha will be supported one way or the other and constituted a 3-man development committee comprising Napoleon Agbama, Executive Chairman of Uwunde Council, Mr. Augustine Ewoha, and Dr. Daniel Ogbeide. Mr. Agbama, on behalf of members of the community, announced the donation of 200,000 naira for the purchase of wrappers for widows in Ewoha. Some friends of the Enogi include Osagie Obayowana were given indigenous status at the occasion. The ceremony was attended by Chief Eduwe Eato Obasogie, the Obasogie of Benin Kingdom, Chief Aigbe Obasogie, the Obasogie Nigun Ugboha of Benin Kingdom, sons and daughters of Ewoha, as well as friends and well-wishers of His Royal Highness Felix Omorodion. In Benin, Ifoma Okafo, NTA News.
True love often produces unexpected linkages, enabling two hearts to beat as one. After being in a relationship for 25 years, Beauty Hebel and Andrew Hebel have solemnized their union, pledging to serve and love each other for the rest of their lives. But the union is slightly unusual, not merely because of the prolonged cohabitation, but also because of the outstanding sense of sacrifice this union has required. Come with me as we unveil a story that will take your breath away. Ivie Oyahiri is our guide.
As a choice, not many would receive a physically challenged partner as a wife or husband. But a few, inspired by a special leap of faith, see beyond disability and embrace the grace and soul of the partner.
It really depends. It's not about him being physically challenged or something. What can he offer? What does the future hold for us?
I'm someone that's not working now. It's like a work to me.
As you see me, so I'm not fine. I'm a handsome man, so I can't marry a woman that is not working. I can't do that.
The story of Beauty is one of an epic romance and undying love for a man who, though physically challenged, has remained a knight in shining armor. Some other ladies might have been deterred by the prospect of living with a physically challenged, but not Beauty, who has lived in harmony all these 25 years with Andrew Abel.
I cannot say it's just the Lord's doing. You just say that. Just thank God for my life, for making today to be possible.
The groom, Andrew, a physically challenged, feels their romance of 25 years with 5 children, regardless, still needed to be affirmed before families.
What do you expect from me? You know, since I've been moving around this world, since I grew up, I may say today is my happiest day because performing this marriage or seeing my wife, seeing my children, cannot tell. So God is great.
And before God.
Push it down. I'm on the Son. I'm on the Holy Cross.
Guests from within and outside the country were full of admiration for the couple.
What I actually saw today, that every husband has his own wife. Every wife, a woman has his own husband. So there are things you think is not possible, but the presence of God will be possible.
Most people, they just take, they see a woman on the road, there's a relationship and they have children. They just forget the parents of the woman they've taken home. Denise, those things are unacceptable.
I wish them success, prosperity, long life.
The groom, Ayaleladia Andrew Abel, is a musician from Ekoma, and his wife, Beauty, a band hand in the groom's musical theatre, have had a true fun-filled lives. Disability is no barrier to happiness. Here's the evidence. In Benin, Ivie Oyahiri, NTA News.
What a beautiful story. Fire has rendered a middle-aged man and his family homeless at Omorege Street off Biniabo Road in the metropolis. Judah Weke has details of this and another fire incident that gutted goods worth millions of naira at Plymouth Road over the weekend.
I'm stranded. Even as now, I don't even know where to sleep with my children, and I don't even have money to look for another department now to stay with my children.
These tenants of number 3 Omorege Street in Ikobauha local government area of the state, whose apartment was affected, lost all his household properties and valuable documents to the inferno, as he and his 4 children were away when the fire occurred.
I heard shouting from the next compound. Fire, fire, fire. So I rushed down to the scene with some other friends. We tried the fire service to no avail. So we had to rush to the nearby filling stations to help. He helped us with fire extinguishers and other sympathizers who came and helped to quench the fire.
The aged landlady of the house, a 75-year-old widow whose apartment was not totally affected, lamented that the 2 rooms, a self-contained and a flat, were her only source of livelihood since she lost her husband 30 years ago.
I've no other business doing, so please, people, help me. Help me.
Similarly, another inferno at Royal Close off Plymouth Road in the metropolis raised goods worth millions of naira. at a mechanic workshop and a polythene bags producing shop. The fire, which cause is still unknown, also gutted a vehicle and as it raged, extended to a nearby street where it destroyed 14 refrigerators at one of the stores at the area.
I was at home at about 7 when they called me to tell me that the mechanic workshop at the back of my shop that there is fire outbreak. So before I got to this place, the fire has already extended to my shop.
My store is burned to ashes. Coming to this place now, I couldn't see anything. The cause of the fire, I cannot explain.
Meanwhile, efforts to reach fire service officials to speak on the development was not successful. In Benin, Jude Aweke, NTA News.
It's time for another break. Please stay tuned.
Gallants to Apostle Deborah Eunice Gordon Osagede, a quintessential woman of God and the First Lady of Global Evangelism.